How are we doing, guys? And welcome back to All Leeds TV. It's your Leeds versus West Brom match preview of the game. Apologies, it's quite a late night upload, this one, and it's quite a quick fire match preview, but it's quite difficult to plan videos around these Friday night kickoffs. They are a pain, I'm not going to lie to you, but that is the life in the EFL. Plenty of Friday night games, plenty of non-Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs. Miss them Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs, I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, we've got to hit back, haven't we? Without further ado, we've got to hit back in this game. It's a massive one. Even 3 games into the season, I'm happy to say this is absolutely huge for our season. In terms of momentum, going into this back end of the transfer window, it's huge, this one. We have to send out a statement. Top 2's already looking like a really, really big task. Top 6 is also looking like a big task at this moment in time. You have to win these types of games to get anywhere near it. I think the first thing to start with is the winger situation. Wilfried Gnonto, Luis Sinisterra, in normal circumstances, go straight into the team, don't they? Normal circumstances, that is the case. Ian Poveda and Dan James, I'm not going to mess around here. They haven't done enough. They haven't done enough to justify starting games in a team that's hopefully trying to push for top 6, top 2 this season. It's a harsh thing to say, but in reality, if it wasn't for the situation with Gnonto and Sinisterra, this wouldn't even be a debate. But it is a debate because, yes, what's happened with Gnonto and Sinisterra, we all know about. There's lots of differing things here that Gnonto apparently wants to stay. Some people say he's going back to Everton, etc., etc. Not going back to Everton, you know what I mean. It's quite a tiring situation, isn't it, at this point? I have 2 different takes on this. Either you completely leave Gnonto and Sinisterra out altogether and you just sell them, or you decide you want to keep them and you integrate them back into the team straight away, because it's all well and good saying you drop them for 2 or 3 games and keep them. It doesn't work like that for me. If we're keeping them, you have to integrate them into the team straight away. You've got to put an end to that noise as quickly as possible. Because the more it goes on, the longer they're out the team, and if they're staying at the club, the bigger and bigger this situation is going to become. The way for me forward, if the decision is to keep Gnonto and Sinisterra, let me emphasise that, if we're looking to keep Gnonto and Sinisterra, they have to go into the team on Friday, or at least be on the bench. Because if you do that, you give them a chance straight away to make amends for what they've done. If they can get a goal or assist to win us the game, it certainly puts a different feeling on it, doesn't it? I think it really does help to make amends if they do something like that. And it gives them an opportunity straight away. I think the longer you leave it, the more and more the frustration grows, especially if the results continue to be what they have been. That's my personal feeling on it. Let us know in the comments down below. Now, some people have took that in previous videos where I've said that as me saying, Gnonto and Sinisterra, they go back into the team, no problem. That's not what I'm saying. But if they're staying at the football club, they do need to be integrated in some form back into the team, because there's no point. Otherwise, if you're not happy to have them in training, sell them. That's my personal feeling on it. In this situation we're in, if you still don't feel they're good enough, not good enough so much, right to come back into the team, then you might as well sell them, because we're in a horrible situation at this moment in time. Poveda and James are just not doing it for us at this moment in time. That is my feeling on it. Let us know in the comments down below your feelings on it. I just think it's a great opportunity to put them on the bench, and even if things go wrong on Friday night, they will get the bulk of the attention. It won't be on the likes of Archie Gray, Jamie Shackleton, Charlie Creswell, the younger players in the team. That's what I'm thinking about. I think when you've got a situation like this, you want to take as much attention off the other players for me. You want to put the pressure on the players who created the situation in the first place. That's my personal feeling. And if they deliver, great. If they don't, then at least we can move on from the whole situation, or start to move on from it. Let us know in the comments down below your feelings on it. I don't think that'll be a popular take. I think I'll get some stick in the comments for that, but that is my feeling on it. There is no point keeping Gnonto and Sinisterra if you're not going to use them in times where we really do need to have them in the team. That's just my feeling. So let's move on a little bit. And my whole feeling as well is, if you don't perform well in the Leeds team, you don't deserve to be in the team. It's quite simple. There's certain players in the team who just haven't performed so far this season. Luke Ayling, for me, should not be starting games over the Kerry drama. I've made my stance on that pretty clear. I think Creswell and Struick, I think Joe Rodon's got to come in. Personally, for me, it'd be for Struick. And I'd like to see Rodon alongside Creswell, because I quite like that as a partnership. I don't think Struick started the season particularly well. Outside of that goal against Shrewsbury, I don't think he's done enough so far to justify being a guaranteed starter. But I do like Pascal Struick. But either way, Creswell or Struick, for me, needs to come out with Joe Rodon to come in. And I think we do need to be ruthless. It might seem quite ruthless what I'm saying here, but I think it's reality. If we want to finish top 2, top 6, you've got to be ruthless, and that's what we need to start to try and be. Jorginho Ruta, for me, comes into the team from the start, but not as a striker. I want him off the right-hand side. I want to try something different off the right-hand side. If we're not going to start Gnonto and Sinisterra, let's try Ruta on that right-hand side, cutting in onto his left foot. Because I think that's his strongest area. I think that's the area where you get the most output from him. I don't think he's a striker for this Leeds team, personally. What do you say about Joe Rodon will start? And yeah, hopefully, as we're getting closer and closer to the end of this window, and I cannot wait for the end of this window, if we are going to keep Amends, Sinisterra, and Gnonto, and they can be integrated back into the team, it puts us in a much stronger situation. Yes, I'm not happy, the way things have gone in this window in terms of the players deciding they're too good for Leeds United, etc., trying to get moved away. Whatever it is, whatever the story is, it's not great. But we're a better team with them in it than not in it. And ultimately, we're a team that needs results at this moment in time. Beggars can't be choosers. For me, they need to be integrated back into the team. Now, on to West Brom. It's a big game for Daniel Farke, this, because obviously Carlos Corberán has been previously linked to the job. He needs to show that he can out-tactic Carlos Corberán. We know West Brom likely going to set up in a 3-4-3 strikerless system. Again, seems quite familiar, that, a strikerless system. But I think West Brom will sit in quite a little bit. I said quite a little bit. A little bit. West Brom will sit in a little bit compared to maybe what we're expecting. I think they have done this against the better teams over the last couple of years. Well, certainly under Corberán, it has been a theme. They are quite expansive against the poorer teams, but I think against us, they will sit in a little bit and look to hit us on the counter. So, again, I think it'll be a game where we have a lot of the ball, plenty of chances, hopefully. We've just got to take them. We've got to be ruthless in the key moments. We need that quality in the key moments. And for me, that's where a Gnonto and Sinisterra, potentially from the bench, potential chance to make amends straight away, or